Legislation is important from several fronts. Here in the Chamonix School District, we've been without a contract for 4 years with the teachers. It's created a great divide within the community. They're operating now under the threat of strike as we head back into the school year. And the legislation actually does two things. One, it bans teachers' ability to strike. Public education should be first and foremost about taking care of the kids of the community and providing a quality education to the children of our community. So there's no benefit to the education of children that comes from a teacher strike. So it eliminates the ability to strike. The second aspect is it changes the way some of the collective bargaining happens. So it increases public pressure on both sides. It creates some penalties that both sides will face along the way. It has increased transparency, so the public is more informed and better informed as to what's going on with the process. And the intent behind that aspect is to drive the parties to come to a fair and reasonable settlement for all the stakeholders, and especially the taxpayers. It eliminates the threat and or the actual strike from the process, and it makes the parties spend more time together actually negotiating, which is what the goal is. I know over the process of negotiations here in Chamonix, months and months have gone by with no negotiations taking place. So I recommended during my testimony today that there should probably be some changes to the bill to create a little more balance with the bill. The playing field right now, I mean, if you talk to the school board, I think is extremely disproportionate because the teachers can use the leverage of a strike. And even if they just use the threat of a strike and they don't even go out on strike, they can use that as a bargaining chip, as one person even testified today, to essentially extort the school board into caving into their demands. Well, I don't think any level of extortion, whether it is truly extortion or not, should be used to come to a solution in a collective bargaining process. Property taxpayers cannot continue to pay property taxes at the level they are and face annual increases. The money's just not there. People are fleeing this community, both working families and seniors, because they can no longer afford to keep their homes on both their fixed incomes or their flat wages due to the economy. The goal isn't to damage one side or the other. This isn't a circular way to get after collective bargaining rights or to damage the unions. The goal of this legislation is to protect the children and taxpayers of our community.